All right, shalom, shalom. I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, double honors to the elders and apostles, all the brothers on the work, the 144,000 hopeful elect. And tonight I'm going to be doing a video on the Mormon Church and this guy Warren Jeffs and what he was doing with the young men in his in the program of Mormonism. Right? He was I'm gonna show you what he was doing, but let's go here. Right? And I'm gonna explain what he was doing to the young men in the church of Mormonism. All right, we're gonna go here. Ecclesiastes 14:5. He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his goods. Right? And I also want to get this real fast. So all right. We can go down to 9. A covetous man's eye is not satisfied with his portion, and the iniquity of the wicked drieth up his soul. Right? And what I wanted to bring out about that is what they was doing was they was kicking out the young men in the church so they can take up the young women, the underage young women for the older 60, 70-year-old men in the church. Instead of in a natural order of things, is the young men would get with the young women and marry them, like the customs of the Bible and the Israelites, or they would do with their neighbors. They would match the young women with the young men. But what the Mormon church was doing was they was kicking out the young men in the church so they can have the young underage women. Basically a bunch of pedos. But let's go here and let's start the video. I want to make this video too long. Warren Jeffs ruled with an iron fist. There was nobody equal to him, and Warren had the biggest compound. Warren had the most beautiful women, the youngest women. Warren Jeffs did not allow televisions, did not allow radios, did not allow games. He ruled. It was his place, and they all just loved him. Young FLDS girls are trained by Warren Jeffs to resist interest in boys their age and to stay pure until they are married. Warren Jeffs had a series of training tapes that all of so he would dang I didn't want to do that. Sorry about that. But what he was doing, like the guy just said, or what a female just said, that he was kicking out the young men and was telling the girls to not be with the young men in the church. How natural order of things, how things should be. He would take them. He like this picture shows here. He with the young underage female, right, 13 and 14 years old, and that's what his other members of the church, the older men, the 60, 70-year-old men, was doing the same thing. They was kicking out their own sons to be with the underage females, right? So let's go. Must concentrate on the bond of oneness. When you touch someone, the fire of the Spirit of God is felt by that person, by that child, by the thing you're handling. See that this is all young. That was all underage females that they were just showing on this program. So let's continue. Elders and how to dress, how to act, basically saying that you'll be married at a certain time and make sure you're a virgin. Now reach that gift of protection called sweetness. His favorite term, what's actually his mantra, was keep sweet. Keep sweet, and to make the prophet happy is a way of grooming, in some sense, the child for sexual acts. So basically, the Mormon Church and FLDS was a bunch of pedos, a bunch of old Edomite white men was messing with 13, 14-year-old girls, right? Instead of them going getting older and marrying the young men in that church, they was marrying to 60, 70-year-old men. So let's continue with the video. I don't want to make this video too long. Marrying off some of these girls to his cronies, to his uncles, to his father's friends and stuff like that. He decides that we don't have enough girls here, so one of the things he starts doing is getting rid of the boys. See that? They wanted the girls to be pure. And if the teenage boy begins to socialize with the girls, then that reduces their purity. See that? And that was the whole plan. right? And that's the natural order of things with the young females and the young men to get together or whatever, and then older get to get married, stuff like that. That's the natural order of things. But what they was doing, they was taking the young females and marrying them and getting rid of the boys, right? Esau's um Esau's religion is 100% backwards. Right? He was a threat. He was a threat to this 60, 70-year-old man, or however old he was, probably 60, because he was getting the attention of the same age females that he was, that boy that they just showed, and he was a threat to the pedo Warren Jeffs. Right? So let's go watch a little bit more of this, and I'll stop it. See that? His own father. See that? And that's why I read you the scripture. See that? Right? They told him he was going to hell because they didn't want to kick him out, but they told him he was going to hell because they kicked him out. It doesn't make any sense. That's the religion of Esau Edom. And like I just read you earlier, what it said, and when the boy was explaining that his father said he hated him, and he disowned him by kicking him out. He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his own goods. And that's the situation with the boy father that I just showed you. All right. So with that, we'll read we'll read the wisdom of Solomon 2:6. Come therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present, and let us speedily use the creatures like as in youth. And that's the mindset of Esau Edom in the Mormon church. So let's read some more of this. Let us fill ourselves with costly wine and ointments, and let no flower of the spring pass by us. Let us crown ourselves with rosebuds before they are withered. Let none of us go without his portion of our voluptuousness. Let us leave tokens of our joyfulness in every place. For this is our portion, and our lot is this. Let us oppress the poor righteous man, and let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age. Let our strength be the law of justice. See that? And that's going to the situation with the Mormon church. The law of justice for them was to kick the young boys out so they can have the 13, 14-year-old girls. All right. And for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. And the feeble is the young men that could take up the women that's the same age as them. Right. That was a threat to the older Esau Edom members of the church, the older men. All right. We'll read down the 12. Therefore let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn, and he is clean contrary to our doings. He upbraideth us with our offending the law, and objective to our infamy the transgression of our education. All right, and I think that's enough of that. But I wanted to read. All right, we'll start here. Ecclesiasticus chapter 30 and 3. Well, we'll go down. We'll read that he and 3. He that teaches his son grievous the enemy, and before his friends he shall rejoice of him. Though his father die, yet he is as though he were not dead, for he hath left one behind him that is like himself. While he lived, he saw and rejoiced in him, and when he died, he was not sorrowful. All right, and go down to 6. He left behind him an avenger against his enemies, and one that shall acquit requite kindness to his friends. All right, so I think that's enough of that. So with that, let's see. I think that's enough. 17-year-old Parley Johnson is banned. All right, that's enough. This video been long enough. With that, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, the bonds to the elders and apostles, our brothers in the work, 144,000. All right, till next video, Shalom, Shalom.